Good morning. I have to pause for a moment as I thank you for giving me a few minutes to think about the feelings that are running around us. We're putting our hands out in some way to touch those feelings. Feelings of people who have lost their homes. Feelings of families who have been displaced. Feelings of people who are looking for a place to stay or to have a place for their children to go to school. Feelings in our own hearts of how quickly life can change. Imagine you're in your home and within hours you've lost everything or you've been moved away. Feelings of gratitude for those who are helping, for our first responders, asking God to help them to bring about the end of this terrible, terrible fire going on all over the area. Feelings that those who have died are going to be safely at home with the Lord and their family's grief may be found as a part of our prayer and our support and love for them. In the meantime, we're trying to continue what is normal in our life. We will have a pancake breakfast on Sunday morning. Please, if you know of anyone who has been displaced, make sure that you give them a welcome to that simple, ordinary event, that they may remember that we're all family in this crisis. We're not just talking about it. This weekend, coincidentally, we celebrate the baptism of the Lord. What does my baptism mean? It marks me for Christ and it marks me for the acts of charity to which I am called. It says to me, you walk a pilgrim journey and you care for those who have been kicked to the side of the road by the tragedies that are going on around us. We must be a family, not just on paper, but in our actions and in our words. We're baptized for service. And in that way, we do something simple like having a toy drive, a used toy drive. Children are in need of something to occupy them. Whenever we can do that, it's a blessing. Then we're looking at the little times we step aside, like the Lord did, with the men's and women's cornerstone events coming up. If you haven't signed up already, please do so. Maybe it's a time to invite someone in your community, in our community, to share in that and make it a prayer experience, incorporating many of our feelings in our life and beyond. We offer again this weekend special prayers for all who have been impacted by the fires. We ask you to write their names. We want to do something tangible. Write their names on the boards outside or inside the vestibule, the narthex of our church. We will have a collection to show our support for anyone who has been impacted by this. And again, we want to support all the firefighters. And we will do that in an orderly way here at Martyrs. So do drop by, do show your support. Pray for those who are looking for homes, those who are looking for places for their children to continue their education. Pray for those who have lost their churches. Pray for the leadership in those parishes throughout our archdiocese. Pray for all who are trying to bring us closer together and to say to one another, we will succeed, we will reestablish, we will rebuild our lives in whatever way they need rebuilding. I love you all, and I join with you in your feelings and in your prayers. We are God's family in the blessing of the Lord.